Do you guys know that Lagos couples are not getting a lot of action in the other room? Like seriously, like no action, no movie. The Sukrutum, the Sukrutums have been like on vacation for some time now. Like I'm not even joking. Like seriously. So how did I get to realize this? It's something that happened at work sometime last year. So this my company, they like organized a sales summit for female staff, and then we all gathered towards, and it was a 3 day summit. Quite interesting class, very energetic facilitator. So he took us from the whole generic sales stuff, the now the that customer you've been trying to sign. So imagine that you're climbing an elevator to like the 12th floor of a building, and then you find that you're with him in that elevator. What would you say in 15 seconds? What would you say to him to make that sale? You know those elevator pitch kind of content, generic marketing, sales stuff. And then we move to the perspire to aspire stuff where we're told to close our eyes and feel and begin to imagine where you want to be in 5 years. Do not limit yourself. Reach out, grab it, all of it. In this realm, there are no limitations. Picture yourself excelling as much as you would, and then write it all down. You guys know the whole aspire to expire stuff. And then we all settled in and we started to have conversations, share ideas, share experiences that were supposed to be related to sales. And then out of the blue, this woman ups and says that she has a problem with her home. And I'm like, okay, but it's a sales summit. And then she goes on to say, like for a really long time now, there's been no action, no movie, no activation of the secretum in the other room of her of her space. Because she says like she's a Lagosian. She has to like wake up really early, get ready, go to work in traffic, work her ass out, and then coming back she has to like drive in traffic. By the time she gets back home, all she wants to do is like have a bath and go to bed. So in that space of time that she's sleeping, getting re-energized for the next day's early morning wake up, the last thing she needs is anyone touching her. Like every touch is so irritating. She has said sometimes she's so angry she actually even like yells at her husband. So it's been like that for a really long time now. So she was asking for advice on how to reactivate things in Zawa's room. And so I thought, okay, this is interesting. Let's hear what the girls have to say. And before I know it, it was like, oh yeah, me too, me too, me too. I'm like, oh my god, is this a Me Too movement for suspension of the Sukrutum? Like, what's going on here? Do you get? There were like a million Me Too's. And then it got me thinking, this Lagos is really a mess. But what was more interesting to me was the fact that a lot of women in that room confessed to not being able to, keep things spiced up around that Zaozu room because of tiredness, brought onto them by the whole situation in Lagos. Yeah, there were no men in the class, but from what they said, the men come onto them, but they are unable to deal because they're tired. And I'm like, but the men live in Lagos too. So how does it really work? Like seriously, hey, any men in the house, please let us know. Like, is it that this whole situation in Lagos gets you like more activated, or is it just like the men are structured in such a way that tiredness, reactivates the secretum area, or how does it work? Do let us know, please. I'm really interested in that. Okay, so moving on, I just started thinking that, thinking about Lagos, thinking about the life that we live in Lagos, and I'm like, damn, this is so possible. Because typical Lagosian is up like 4 in the morning. Sorry, so some 4 is late. They're up like 3. They're targeting to leave their homes by 4, and then they go to work. They close by 5, 6. Some people are very energetic. They get into the rush hour traffic and they are home maybe by 6. Sorry, did I say 6? 9. Leave by 6. 3, 4 hours. 9, 10. Then some people are more hopeful than that. As the longer they stay, the easier it would be to navigate traffic when they go. The longer they stay out in the office, so they leave by 9, 10. Anyway, all of those things don't count most times. You get home when you get home. So I'm like, this is not life, seriously. And no wonder Lagosians are so angry. They are. It's not the bus conductors alone, like everyone from the bus conductor to the person selling to you in the market to the corporate looking gentleman. And if you are ever in a Lagos traffic situation, you would see that Lagos traffic is like a war zone. It's like your father, your man, now so then they drive with their craze. Come on, move that thing for road. It's like a total war zone. And it just all makes sense now because there's so much bottled up energy that needs to be released elsewhere, but it appears like the doors to that elsewhere are shut, or the ingredients needed for that elsewhere are not really like available. So I'm really worried because I mean Lagos has messed up a lot of things for us, but it should not dare get to the other room. Like that is serious. You guys better share this video until it gets to Sanwo because it needs to know that Lagos is taking this thing too far. And you know what's even most annoying about it? It's being misogynistic about it. It's just selecting the ladies and targeting their libido. Whereas the guys are fine. Do you understand? Lagos, do not be a misogynist. Lagos, you have to practice gender balance, gender parity. If you're going to sap the libido of people, sap from both sexes. And maybe I would understand small. You guys get where I'm going to with this, right? So, do you live in Lagos? Are you experiencing something of this kind, or is your own situation different? Do let us know in the comment section and let me know how it works in your own space, in the other room in your own country. And fornication does not count.